I'm Lizzie. I'm going to encourage you to join me and have a go at doing some paper folding. It's a beautiful way to find yourself fully focused purely on the paper and doing something special. So I'm encouraging you to take some time out for yourself, and I hope you'll find it relaxing, fun, a little bit challenging, but that's what will give you a sense of achievement as well. So I wanted to share with you a really special fold to make a beautiful star. And this is something actually that I've done lots in the hospital where I work at UCLH, and it's a lovely thing to do at this time of year. One time a patient said, I thought so beautifully, that everybody's a star. Even if you don't feel like it, you're a star to somebody. So celebrate being a star yourself. Maybe you can make some decorations, or maybe you could make stars to give to other people to express your thanks to them for being a star. So I also want to thank Melvin, actually, because although I have been offering to make stars in the hospital, I haven't quite dared before to make pentagons myself, and he has taught me. So we are going to have a go at doing this. We're going to do it. And all you need is normal paper. You will need a pair of scissors as well. So I'm going to guide you through, first of all, making a pentagon, and then we will fold it into a star, but it's well worth doing. You could also use nice different coloured paper or wrapping paper. Try different sizes, a big star, a small star. This is using half an A4 piece of paper, so making a square from that. I'll do it a little bit bigger so I can show you really clearly. Don't try too much tiny at first, but with time you'll be able to do that. So a piece of paper, I'm going to grab a board to press on. And here goes. I hope you're going to enjoy this. So this is new for me as well, actually. Always trying to challenge myself and learn new things. So we're going to take a corner. We're going to first of all make a square. This is going to be a really big star. You might want to do it maybe with half an A4. Or maybe you want to join me and make a really big star. Why not? There we go. So I've just lined up the edges, nice and neat. And we'll get rid of this rectangle. So origami really recommends strong folds. That's what gives it the strength, makes it work well, and being nice and exact. You can always reposition, so if you're not happy with how things are, you can change the position. Paper's a brilliant material. And just remember to be playful and kind to yourself. You're trying something new, so it'll take a little bit of time, but the sense of achievement will be great as a result. We'll then do a little knick-knack. And I've been doing a bumper load of festive folds for this time, but actually I think a star's great any time. Stars are always lovely. So here we go. So we've got a square. So our next step is to fold it in half and to make a rectangle. So here goes. Making a rectangle. Great. So as it is, I want you next to fold it in half this way. So folding your rectangle, it's nice and open there, folding it in half. I thought a pentagon was too difficult. It's not too difficult, we can do it. And it's good to learn new things. So here we've opened up the rectangle. What we're going to do is we're going to do a cross in the middle of this square, and the reason is we want to make a midway point. So here it just so happens that a diagonal line is working in my favour. I am folding it to that middle line. So I took the edge and I'm folding up here to the middle. So thank you to Melvin for encouraging me, and he's been encouraging others as well to make stars to say thanks to others. It's an important thing to do. It will help them, it will help you too. So we're going to go the other diagonal of this little square. So taking this corner and bringing it down like so, in a straight line. So there we go. We took it down there. And this means that we've got a nice midway point. So what we're going to do next is take this corner down here and we're going to bring it to that point. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to aim it over here so that that point touches the middle, and then press down. So be nice and exact. Now it feels really funny, it feels like this isn't lined up with anything. That's fine, we're making a pentagon, so it won't line up with your squares and things. I'm going to have to definitely do that on the solid surface. So can you see I took that corner, lined it up exactly in the middle. It won't line up with anything else. Don't worry, that's how it's meant to be. That's it. Right, so our next step is to take this side and line it up here. So this side, which is touching that middle of the square, we're going to take this and we're going to line it up to this side, like so. Again, be nice and exact. Like so. So this is doing origami with a pentagon, which is very cool. So it should be looking like that. That's it. Now our next step is to take this side and line it up with that middle line. Again, I know it all feels all over the place. That's fine, that's how it's meant to be. You're making your pentagon. So taking this side and we're going to line it up so they match up. Nice and neat. Definitely take your time to get everything right here. There we go. Makes a strange thing, doesn't it? But we're getting our angles right here. And next, as it is, just folding it back. So as it is, folding it back. Again, take your time to get everything lined up. Like so. So, goodness, that looks quite complex, doesn't it? This is making a pentagon for you. Amazing. So this line here is the edge of your pentagon. So purely get yourself a pair of scissors and we're going to cut this line off. Might need to direct this down. That's it. That's it. So I'm going to just follow that line, and that means it's quite thick. You're going to use a nice pair of thick scissors, strong scissors. And this is your pentagon. Moment of truth. Does it work? Yay! Let's have a look. Oh, it's like the moment of opening a snowflake as well. It's rather lovely. There we go. So I hope that's worked for you. That's a pentagon. And actually the really good way about making a pentagon like this is, can you see there's like a line through each of these points? We're going to use that for making our star. So if you want to do any colouring, so for example, this one is colourful. You see it's got a nice little bit at the back. So we're going to do all our folding actually on the white side, which is really good because that's the area that you want to see clearly. So keep this plain. It's on the back here. Add colours, add words, add decorations, whatever you want to do. Or you can decorate it afterwards, it's up to you. So if you're using the coloured side, use the coloured side out there. Here we go. But we're going to do all the working on the inside. So what to do next? Well, this is one that I've done quite a few times. So they've got so many lines, so you're going to have to keep a really nice clear head when you're doing this, but it's really lovely. It is absolutely, it will work. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the bottom two corners and bring them up to these lines. Right, these lines, imagine yourself doing a star jump. Your arms are out at that angle. That's the angles that you're aiming at. So here's the bottom of our pentagon, and we're going to aim to those arms of your star jump. That's how I remember it. So I'm going to have to direct this down. See what I'm doing. But it's these arms. These are the arms of your star jump. So taking the bottom and very carefully, I'm having to do this on a flat surface to see what I'm doing, and I will then show you in a second. And take your time to be exact. So it was the bottom here, and I aimed to these lines, the star jump, can you see? And then it's touched. Those corners are touching those lines. And that's what you do on every side. It's all about patience, origami. And enjoy. So sort of ignore all the lines except for your star jump type, which I suppose is quite appropriate, isn't it? So that's what you're doing on every side. Aiming each time for the line, for the point. So again, ignore the massive lines, but it's basically the bottom and aiming for those lines going up to the arms. So I do this on every side. You might find yourself getting into a nice little rhythm where you're doing this. I'm afraid I definitely have to do this one with it on a solid surface. And what you'll end up with is a little pentagon in the middle of it all. I'll show you in just a second. So hopefully you're getting into the swing of this. Definitely one for patience. A star should not be simple. So each time I've brought it up so it's touching these star lines, and what you end up, can you see there's like a pentagon in the middle there? That's great. So our next step, it is a lovely puzzly one, this. Enjoy it as an adventure. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to slightly turn myself around. It's always a tricky one because it's as if I'm across the table from you. But I'm going to push the bottom up, push in the side. I'll show you in just a second. So I'm pushing that up, pushing the side in, and you'll find a little bit sticking out. Can you see? That's what you want. And then push it down. You're adding a little fold inside there. Wow, what a massive lines. This is a good puzzle. Maybe this is a good one to do over your holidays. Some real time out. Your sense of achievement you'll get will be great. So it's made a little tiny tuck line in there. So move around to another side. So I'm bringing this up at the bottom. I'm bringing this up at the side. You've just got to make sure you're always doing the same side each time. So otherwise it won't all work. So bring it up at the bottom there, bring it up at the side, and you end up with a bit sticking out like so, and pressing that little line in there. This is a more ambitious one, isn't it? You can see why I didn't think I was going to record this. But hey, let's push ourselves. Bring it up at the bottom. And it is one I really love. And the side in. I wonder how many of you are going to manage this. Star is born. A little bit sticks out. Push it so it sticks out. And make sure it's really gone through and lined up. Can you see? So it's a nice point there. And it's actually the fold inside that you're aiming for. Little tuck inside. I might do this on the solid surface. That way I can make sure I'm doing everything right. So it's getting everything lined up each time. So I'm doing this on each side. I think I've done that one. I've done that one, that's great. It will definitely take practice. Be super gentle with yourself. So normally actually I already have, bringing it up side in, I normally give people a pentagon to colour in, and then we do the folding. But with this, I'm assuming you don't have a pentagon at hand and a printer, so this is a way we can do it. and it's a good challenge. Okay, I'm doing this on every side. So bringing in the bottom, bringing in the side, making sure that that sticks out and it's all lined up and it's pressing there. With origami, it's the biggest discovery is doing it yourself. It's something new. Wow, what an amazing thing. So our next step for getting it to come together is, can you see this? These are the little tucks that we've been adding. Now I recommend that you go round and you start folding these in, so it's bringing it into a little tuck each side, and it starts to look like a lovely little bowl. Can you see, isn't that a beautiful shape? It's a lovely piece of sculpture. So that's what it's like on the other side. Lovely. You'd have your colours there if you wanted. And now this is hopefully will work. What I recommend is just pushing all the sides in gently, and in doing that, yay, it came together like so. There we go. So it should come together. And if you now turn it to the other side, each of these little points you can then fold into the middle, like so. And if you do that from one side and then the next and turn it round as you go along, you're aiming for that corner to go into the very middle, and it will also go through the middle of your stars points, like so. Each side, and you will see a star is forming. And I know that's been a challenging one, but I hope you've risen to the challenge. Stick with it and enjoy it. You'll feel so much satisfaction when this comes together. The hardest one is the last one. So you're again aiming for the middle. You're having to sort of push it inside and aiming for the point there of your star, like so. I hope that's right for you. I hope you managed to make your own star. Would love to see your stars and keep shining. Thank you.